main ingredients in epigenetic factors, which plays a very, very important role in our day-to-day health. In spite of our food, our vitamins, our minerals, our protein, carbohydrate, and other trace elements, water is one of the main transporter of all the vitamins and minerals and proteins to the cell. So water is something like a navigator wherein it takes the nutrients to your cell. And many a times we forget a lot of simple basics of life. We as human beings, being born as a human being is one of the most beautiful gift we would have ever thought of. The reason is when you look at the animals, which is supposed to be lower than us, but in reality, if you see, the animals are doing a better things on in their life, but we human beings are so destructive in our journey of life that we have failed to connect ourselves to nature. And water plays a very, very important role in our day-to-day being a natural resource with 3/4 of the earth covered by water, but still we still lack the amount of water we drink inside. Now when you look at from birth to the day we live on this planet earth, every day we need to drink water, whether we like it or not. Now what's the amount of water? Of course, depending on the individual, it depends on the body weight. Each individual has to drink that sufficient amount of water for your body to, process whatever it has to do through the nutrients. And then very important is for the nutrients, once everything, the job is done, it needs to be, we can call them as waste products, to be thrown out. For waste products to be thrown out, also you need sufficient amount of water to be there inside. Now, most of us would be thinking, hey, every day I'm drinking water and sufficient, enough, at least 3 to 4 liters we are drinking. But if you are drinking so much of water, then why there is a deficiency of water inside your body? Like whenever I do my testing analysis down here in my clinic with my patients, I see many of them. I've seen even people who have been drinking terahertz water, but at the end of the day, I see the water shortage is there. Now, the situation is that probably the amount of water they are drinking is not sufficient enough for the reason many a times we may not understand how our body is able to pick the water molecule and take it inside. Now, one of the reasons why the water molecule may not be picked up to the best of its ability is when you have a heavy metal, I would say heavy metal poisoning or heavy metal lots, which is there inside your cell level. So this becomes a hindering block for your cells to, pick the water into the cell. And other than that, it can be difficult for the body to mobilize the water from the source of your intestines after drinking to pick it up and then take it along and then put it onto the cell. So there can be some, like you can imagine if there's a lot of sludge in your drainage system, the water cannot, you can pour as much of water inside the drainage, but still the water cannot push the sludge because it's very thick. So in that way, when you look at drinking sufficient amount of water is an important role what we need to understand. But at the end of the day, we need to check ourselves where are we drinking sufficient amount of water. By doing the blood test also, the live blood analysis also can give us a lot of information. Now, most of us think that we are very healthy. And at the end of the day, how do you know you're thinking that you're very healthy? Most of us would say, hey, doctor, I got my blood test done and doctor has given me a green signal, everything fine. I would say, no, your blood test doesn't reveal your real health at all. It will reveal you, yes, you do have any disease already manifesting or not. And many a times we miss the boat because we would have heard like a person very healthy, all fine, suddenly go to the hospital and then doctor suddenly picks up and says, hey, you have cancer. Now, cancer, if it's stage 1, is still okay. Stage 2 also is okay. But we would see doctors telling, hey, your cancer is stage 4. Now, how is that stage 4 cancer, and you don't even have any symptoms and signs to move forward. Now, this is where you need to understand that are you healthy means, is your body efficient enough to heal itself? Now, this is a very, very important mechanism of our body is auto healing. Now, for the auto healing, you need to have, I would say, many factors which plays a role for your auto healing process. Now, when you look at the auto healing process, it starts from, of course, the way, what time you get up, then what kind of food you eat, and what kind of nutrients you're taking. Many of us will be saying, doctor, I'm on a vegetarian diet and I eat this. Yeah, but when you look at the journey as of today, as a human being, what you ate 20 years ago and what you're eating today, there's a lot of difference. And the nutrient value of the ingredients, whatever you're taking, it could be vegetables or it could be your fruits, it may not have that sufficient amount of nutrition. So does it mean that you're going to eat more of all this? We do not know, but I would say you need to pump your body with the right amount of nutrients. That is where there's a lot of testing available to know your nutritional deficiency. So this plays a very, very important role. And hair analysis is one of the methods where you can know exactly how much is your nutrient values inside your body. We can pick up that, and then we can see how much of poisoning is there. We can see, is there any bacteria, is there any virus, is there any fungal infection. All this can be done with just a 3 strands of hair. So we need to understand this first, that are you healthy? Many a times we think we are healthy, but there may not be situation where your body, because your body doesn't speak to you telling that you have all the problems. Like today I checked the analysis of one particular person, and then what I noticed was definitely the body was showing me a lot of situation, right from the liver to the intestines to the kidneys. There were issues going on inside, but at the cellular level. So that means we cannot even see the symptom because the patient is very healthy. That's what he has been. I told him, no, you may think you're healthy, but can we do the checking? That's where I showed them that no, you're not very healthy. You need to work on it. So that means your body is asking you, can you give me this vitamin? Now, one of the very common vitamin I notice is vitamin D3 deficiency plays a very, very important role in us. And I see every other person has a vitamin D3 deficiency. Now, why is that? We are not exposed to the sun. But there are a lot of people, of course, every day probably are exposing to the sun. But when you look at, when you live in a town and there's a lot of pollution out there, and then you expose yourself to the sun also, the penetration of those sun rays coming onto your body, definitely it's not the pure vitamin can come inside your body and then convert itself into vitamin D. That's another problem we are facing. So what is the other alternative? We are supposed to consume vitamin D3 in the oral form or injectable form. Injectable form is the best because you can see the results of pushing up of your vitamin D3 instantly within a day or two. You can see slowly it rises up. By 1 week, you can see your vitamin D3 going up. Now, just vitamin D3 deficiency can give rise to a lot of problem, right from your kidneys to your thyroid, to your management of diabetes, to blood pressure, to generally being healthy, because it's an anti-inflammatory. That means whenever there is an inflammation, if vitamin D3 is less, already your inflammation goes up. And most of your diseases are because of the inflammation inside your body. And people may call it as acidic body, or maybe your blood is thick, whatever said and done. When your body is acidic, definitely there is a lot of chances there is an inflammation happening in your body. Are you prepared? The best part of it, most of us are not at all prepared to even face the disease. The reason is it will come like a tsunami. As I told you before, a person goes to the hospital, suddenly the doctor will say stage 4 cancer. Now this is without the warning. It's something like that. Now, are you really ready to get out of this situation? Now, many times we all are getting confused because there are too many advertisements, too many, that too with the social media today. Facebook, you can see your liver can be done this, and your brain stroke can be prevented, your heart block can be done. Yes, there are a lot of advertisement, but what will happen is, how good are they? We do not know. Many a times we won't know. what I would say is it all starts with your day-to-day routine. How do you do, how do you function from day in the morning until you go back to your bed, how well you are managing. And most of us, what happens is the moment you surrender yourself to the disease, then that's it, the disease takes over. Then most of us are taking life for granted. This is another area where we as human beings, we take life for granted. Now, why is that we take for life for granted? Is because we are earning very well, and then of course we are jolly well going and enjoying our life by having good meals, drinking, smoking, going for holidays, and our body doesn't speak at all. The body is very happy also on one side because you're doing everything, but internally at the cellular level, there is a lot of changes happening, and there is a lot of situation which create the opportunity for the disease to set in. Now, by the time you realize, it's definitely too late many a times. And of course, the disease is the winner down there. Now, once the disease sets in, how much of efforts are you putting to put back the disease back to a situation and clear it up? It's difficult. And most of us, when you look at our gut system, our intestines, now how many of us detox our intestines regularly? We don't do it at all. But out there, if any of you are doing it, it's very good. And in that way, how clean is your intestine? How much of probiotic? See, many times what we think is we are taking one of the highest quality vitamins, highest quality probiotics. Yes, all fine. But if your gut is totally infected with fungus, with bacteria, and then worms, how many of you know that you all have worms inside, but it doesn't manifest because you cannot even think unless you pass your motion and then you see some worm, then only you think, yeah, worms is there. And the only way for you to pick up the worms is when you do an hair analysis. The hair analysis can exactly tell you, do you have worms in your body or not, parasites. It can tell you exactly, do you have fungus in your body or not. It can tell you bacteria is there or not, because it is all through vibration. It's all through frequency. This particular bioresonance instrument, the scanner, what we use from Germany, picks it up. Now, if there is a bacterial infection and you don't treat it with proper antibiotics and then clean it up, then you can take good vitamins. It doesn't pick up, it doesn't go inside. Now, other than that, especially when you're 50 plus, what happens is your gut integrity, the cell's integrity, is it very healthy? We do not know. It can be there's something called leaky gut, and then there can be all the toxins going inside your intestine back and then goes into your circulation. So how much are we taking care of the gut? What kind of supportive vitamins or whatever supportive supplements are we taking? So when I'm going to talk like this, you all will be definitely very, very confused and say, hey doc, what are you talking? There are so many things we have to do. I say, no, not to worry. There are a few things stepwise we just move, because finding a solution for ourselves is not a big deal. We are very intelligent beings and we definitely can handle ourselves much more better than an animal. See, animal cannot go to a hospital and say, doc, I'm having this problem. Can you check for me? Can you do a scanning? Can you do an MRI? They can't do that, but they live a healthy life and then they move forward and they die. But human beings, with the population of almost around 7.8 billion, we are actually so proudly looking at so many new hospitals coming in. And then in spite of all that, we still cannot control a disease. Now, all the while for the past 3 years, we have been bombarded with information about COVID and COVID and COVID. Now, what's a new disease coming in? Can you believe the new situation is influenza is coming back, and then there are a lot of clinics giving positive results about influenza. Dengue is another situation where it's coming back. Now, why is it? Is it that dengue suddenly cropped up and increasing in number? No, it has been there. But what has happened is all the while we started focusing on just one disease called COVID, and then we were totally moving in it. Now, what is the best solution we have? Make your body healthy. Keep your immune system very healthy. So what happens? To keep your immune system healthy, think positive. Thinking positive means you have to practice that. Now, to think positive, to act positive, like it's always said that you might be knowing, but how are you being? Knowing is different, being is different. You can know all under the sun how to be healthy with the information, but when it comes up to practical aspect, how are you being? How well are you practicing those whatever knowledge you have? And many times, let me tell you, whatever you see in the internet with your YouTube, you cannot practice it. It is not possible because there are so many things. It's the European country guys who are giving you a lot of information, and those are things which you may not be able to place it down in our Asian country, and our gut is different. So we need to look at that. Now, what is that disease is basically out of ease. Your body is out of ease when you have a disease. Now, most of the time, the disease is something which is very commonly told you have a particular disease, and then once again, doctor starts treating with you with whatever medication. But is that the treatment? What you need to understand is we need to go in the reverse gear for your disease also to go back to the normal. So in that way, most of the time, what is happening is we all don't realize that we have a disease. Many a times we don't even know that we have a disease. Now, so what do we do now? The only thing what you can do is there are thousands of organisms which are living in your body. They cohabitate and they have no problem. They don't complain. Even though the food you eat and the way you eat and the timings you eat is all different, but still these organisms are very happy. Now, when does these organisms uh, feel that threatened? It's like they get threatened is when your certain situation in your body, especially your body frequency, that means your energy in your body goes down. Your immune system, when it goes down, then automatically these bacteria starts popping up. It's always like as a nation, when your borders are well secured with your army, navy, and air force, the foreign people cannot come inside you. The people cannot invade you because you're well protected. In the same way, our body also has to be protected from within, inside, and from outside also. For from outside also, if you have to inside, just wearing a mask is not going to prevent a disease. It's not going to. But if you're under the impression that, okay, I'm wearing a mask now, I cannot get COVID. No, in spite of wearing a mask, there are so many people who have been infected by COVID. It's basically your inside, how much of good bacteria do you have? That's what plays a very important role. Now, the cycle of disease, can you see here? It's a very simple way. If your lifestyle is not good, automatically you will get a disease. Then once you get a disease, you get it to a doctor. That doctor, of course, he can actually will talk to you about the lifestyle. And then if you don't change your lifestyle, automatically you get into a complication. If you get into a complication, once again, of course, as doctors, what we will do is we will, of course, treat you the complication. Now, what is that you need to understand is there is a process by which you need to move forward. So health is a foremost important in today's challenging situation, and you need to invest a little time, a little bit of dedication, a little bit of discipline, and this little bit of perseverance. That means you need to do it every day. It cannot be just one day and then finally you practice the same nonsense. No, to prevent a disease. Now, in spite of doing all this, if you get a disease, it's still okay because many a times we do not know. If you get a disease, it's still okay. But with your positive mindset, with your positive lifestyle, you do can control the disease back and then you can. This is where you would have seen a lot of people with cancer or any other major illnesses go to the deathbed and then they come back. It's because of the effort, lifestyle changes they do and they come back once again. Now, this is something very beautiful. When you look at the health, how the health is number one, it goes into adaptation. Your body gets adapted. For example, if you're going to eat a lot of oily food, initially you may feel like vomiting, initially you may have gastritis and all. But if you go on eating the same food, what happens? The body will get adapted to it. Then what happens? Then there is something called disadaptation. That means the body says it's enough. After this, I don't think I can do anything. So you will start getting some symptoms wherein you will feel like uneasiness, like if at all you are talking about just gastritis, you may feel a little bit of nausea, a little bit of uneasiness, burning sensation. It's all a initial disease. Now, if you still don't change your life, what happens? It goes to a pre-disease state. Pre-disease is, of course, it's not fully blown, maybe a gastric ulcer or a full-blown gastritis. It is not. But from the pre-disease, once it goes into a full-time disease, Imagine, even if a doctor is going to give you a treatment, he has to treat you for a minimum period of 3 to 6 months. That is when slowly you can recoup back. But many a times you will notice that in spite of doctor giving you all the best of treatment, your body doesn't get healed. Why? Because you have not changed your lifestyle. You still go on eating the same kind of food, and your mindset also is the same. So what happens? The disease will be there in your body. So if at all you want to clear the disease, what you need to do is you need to go back to the pre-disease stage, then to disadaptation, then to adaptation stage, and the health back. So it takes the same step for you to move forward if at all you want to. So from disease directly, you can never jump back to health. It cannot happen. So that means it is a situation where you have to work hard. It may take sometimes 6 months, it may take 1 year or 2 years. Just for your information, just your gut, your intestines, for it to become healthy, it takes 2 years, 2 long years. And just for that itself, with all the supplements, with all the food habits changes, lifestyle changes, then only your body will say, okay la, I am agreeing with your whatever you're doing, I'm going to change and become better. But most of us will practice something for 3 months or maximum 6 months, after that go back to the same. Why? Because many a times our job responsibility, you might be a busy person wherein your working schedules are very untimely, your food habits, you will be not able to eat home food, you will only have to eat outside food. Yes, I do agree with all that situation, but once you get a disease, who is going to tell you? You cannot go and tell your stomach, hey, look, I'm earning money only because of, for you I'm earning, and I'm eating all this food because of you only. I mean, the stomach will say, stop eating all this. I don't think I need all this because I already created a gastritis situation. Now, henceforth, I can't do anything. If at all, if your stomach is going to speak, if your kidney is going to speak, kidneys will tell, enough, madam or sir, you have not been drinking water. I am also fed up of informing you by thirst that you need to drink water. At the end of the day, I can't function. So what happens? You go and see a doctor. Doctor will say, hey, you are in renal failure. You need to go for a dialysis. This you will be seeing very commonly nowadays. It's happening there. Now, why do you want to get into all that situation? Let's get into the right healthy mindset. So drinking adequate amount of water, your vibration, that means your body aura, I would call it, it should be on the higher scale of minimum 15 plus or at least 10 plus. Then stress-free lifestyle. Now you might ask me, hey doc, you can talk so easily and then you'll be telling stress-free lifestyle. How can I live without stress? It's a part and parcel of life. No, I don't agree with that for the reason. Stress can be a situation in life wherein you think that it's not possible. But even animals don't talk about stress because for them, even if they don't get a prey, what they do is they will once again retry after 3 hours to 6 hours. They will go on once again attack and then pick up the prey. It happens. But for you and me, we will see it's so much of stress. I can't do this. I can't do that. We have been complaining a lot. So stress is only a situation kept in your mind saying that it is. Now there is another situation. Why are you working in office with such a kind of stressful situation? Change the office, resign the job and go and do your own business. But is it possible that we all can resign the job and go and do something easy? No, we have to. Now what happens is, when you're taking a higher job responsibility, definitely you should understand your salary will be high, your stress level also will be very high. You won't even have time for yourself. So what you need to understand is, you please decide what is more important for you. Your job is important, I totally agree, but you need to balance your lifestyle. How? You need to allocate 1 hour of time every day for you to go for exercise. You need to choose what kind of food are you going to eat. You need to eat a lot of colored vegetables, colored fruits, and drink sufficient amount of water. And then of course, if you're eating non-vegetarian, at least 30% of your total meal, if it is 30% of non-veg and 70% of vegetarian food, it's still okay, no issues. So you need to have a proper stress-free lifestyle. Now, if I say meditation, how many of us have time for meditation? Not many of us. We don't even have spare time to even think where we are sitting, what we are doing. So we are so dead tired, we come back home, just have one shower and we'll go to bed. But I would say at least 15 minutes of proper breathing, proper relaxation through proper listening to music, good enough. You should do that. Then healthy eating habit. Regular exercise plays a very, very important role in your day-to-day life. Increasing your microcirculation. Actually, going and sitting in a sauna is another very good technique wherein your blood vessel starts opening up. And there are a lot of other methods wherein you can increase your circulation through the proper means. That's where we all come in and help you to move forward. Now, your focus should be what? On drinking sufficient amount of water, because this platform we are talking about terahertz device, the terahertz water. Now, do not allow the disease to rule you. You should change. Now, in that way, what happens is we all would have heard of structured water, terahertz water, we have Kangen water, we have hydrogen water. Now we have different waters available in the market. Now for you and me, one of the easiest thing is, if at all, if you are consuming terahertz water, it's good enough for us. There's a lot of good benefits. But there is something called crystals of water. Now, what is it all about? Now, this is where I'm going to share a little bit of information. So water is important. If appropriate structure of the water is there, then it's much more easier. Now, what do we do? Now, this guy, Dr. Emoto, is the one who has been doing a lot of research for almost 35 years. And then he came up with a microscope. He came out with a technique where you can see the crystals in the microscope and use certain words and then automatically take a photograph of that particular water. And then probably when you drink that water, there's a lot of good benefits. Now, in that way, when you see, if at all, if we say, just for casually, we will say, what a disgusting video it is. I can't even see that. What is happening? The video which is you are watching is disgusting. Fine, no issues. But when you use the word disgusting, can you see on the left side what happens? The water molecule, automatically it gets disturbed. Now, when the water molecule is disturbed, what happens is you utilize that word disgusting, and then automatically what happens, the water molecule changes. Now just imagine yourself, 70% of your body is water. If you're going to use this word regularly, frequently, my boss is disgusting, my colleagues are disgusting, the climate is disgusting, you go on complaining like that, what will happen? The word disgusting will produce the image of water molecule which is there inside. Now, are you going to suck the water out from your body and send it to Japan and then check and then ask the Dr. Emoto, hey, please check my water molecule. I want to see if I'm using a lot of disgusting. No, we can't do that. But avoid using such words. On the right side, when you see, there's a lot of evil. Now, when you see the evil word, when you utter the evil word, can you see it is like a hollow space, and the water molecule is something like that. But in the middle, you see there is a beautiful crystal hexagon shape. It is love. So you need to create that love vibration within you. In today's life, it is difficult to express a lot of love because it, we are in such a life right now wherein there's a lot of complaints. We are only complaining, but we can't do anything also because we are complaining more. But what I would say is, the moment you understand that you're breathing in and you're breathing out safely on this planet Earth is the biggest gift for you for today. So when that is the biggest gift, what else do you need? There might be deficiencies out there. There are a lot of things you cannot do anything because you're not the prime minister or you're not the person in charge for those situations. But you and I, as a very, very humble, normal human beings or a normal citizen, the only thing we can do is we change ourselves. So let us change our thought patterns to more of love. Now, can you, this photograph, what you see is all about listening to music. Now, what kind of music are you listening? If you're listening to heavy metal, you see on the left side, on the top, it is totally disrupted. But Korean folk song, then the G-string back song, the Amazing Grace song, Edelweiss song. Now, there are a lot of pictures. What you see is even the Tibetan Sutra, what you see, Beatles, symphony. Now, these are all situations where if you're going to listen to the music, the water molecule changes. Now, isn't it good for you that when you listen to the nice music also, your water molecule can change in spite of, if you use the water saying that I love you, you love yourself, I feel so nice, I feel so happy, this world is so beautiful, and Malaysia is beautiful, and beautiful terahertz members down there, A lot of charity work we are doing, all these positive things, what will happen is it creates. But other than that, if there is a possibility, you can listen to some music, also will change the water molecule inside your body. Now, using words, if you just imagine you are using the word angel, can you see there? It's a beautiful ring. Whatever we have seen the photograph of angel, right? It is with a crown there. Yes. Can you see the water molecule also changes to that particular? Now imagine how come a water molecule understand the word angel and it is producing a ring-like structure? How is it? How is the word peace? When you say peace, beautifully, it's a very, can you see the surrounding of that crystal molecule, the white? It's peaceful. Now the word spirit also, can you see the hollow thing and inside there is a spirit, you see? But the word you disgust me, automatically disrupt. And the word, when you say you are a fool, automatically there is a different. So in that way, now just imagine here on the a photograph like lotus flower photograph, and you keep a glass of water on it for some time, and then you go and take a photograph. It looks like this. So beautiful, isn't it? Now, photo of dolphins. Just place a glass of water. This is how they do. Pick up the thing. Amazing. Now, when you say, what an amazing grace God has given me, praise the Lord, praise this universe. We have all the positive words. What happened? There is a lot of positive happening inside yourself. So, crystal is such an important thing. This beautiful soul, Dr. Emoto, has innovated and given to this world, and he's no more on this planet Earth. But we all fail to form the right crystals inside ourselves. Now what is happening when you have a lot of compassion? It's a beautiful crystal, what you can see there. When you say thank you, the more you say thank you, the more beautiful crystals gets formed. So you should have a lot of gratitude. Now gratitude, what? When you get a terahertz water, which is an amazing device, and then this water is so good that there are a lot of healing happening. And why not say thank you to the person who introduced you? And why not say thanks to that you are able to buy that machine? Now in Malaysia, how many people are we? Are actually almost 30 million people in Malaysia, but how many units have been sold? It's around 40,000. Is it enough? No. There are still a lot of people who need to know about our terahertz unit, and then you need to share this. If they can't buy it, still okay. At least give them the water. It's beautiful. So gratitude plays a very important role. Wisdom, the word wisdom itself, you need to be a wise person. Just see the crystal formation, so beautiful. And when you're joyful, can you see the joyful crystal? So beautiful. So every cell of your body has a water crystal inside the body, and when it is a hexagon shape, don't you think the cell also, cell to cell communication, there is a beautiful communication. If one cell is in joy, don't you think that it's a contagious disease, that it can spread joy to the another cell? Yes, it can do. But with 50 trillion cells in your body, how many cells are in joy? It plays a very important role. So you need to understand that 70% of your cells, if they are healthy with joy, you think you will get a disease? No way. You will be the healthiest person. So live healthy, and you can live the universe also very healthy. You don't need to have disease. It is not a must. But we need to venture out in getting to the joy. See the love vibration, beautiful. That is also hexagon. See the eternal, absolutely. See the word harmony, beautiful. See the word soul, that also, it's like twinkling stars there. Amazing, isn't it? The word angel, amazing. And the word hope, yes, hope tomorrow is going to be beautiful. Let's hope that we can do something better. Let's hope that we can give more water, more terahertz water to the people. That hope itself within you, thinking of that, it's positive. It's an amazing tool for you to move forward. So like that, when you use a lot of positive words, your body cells will change the water molecule into the crystals formation of what you're seeing on the screen here. So now terahertz water and crystal are connected. Now, this is a very important situation. Most of you would have seen it. Huh? Even I have seen it. What? Hey, doc, I've been drinking this water, but I didn't find any difference. I've been drinking this water. The complaint is they are drinking water, and what they expect the water to do, They expect the water to do some miracles by itself. Yes, the water can do. Now, what is happening? You need to understand, even though the terahertz water can do a lot of good job, still the individual person has to be in good frame of mind to get the best out of terahertz water benefit. Now, if you're a complaining person, now very important, most of you should understand that there are two things in life. One is, do you compliment or do you complain? If you're a complaining person, definitely let me tell you, you will face a lot of challenges in your life, a lot of issues cropping up every day in and out. Every day something will crop up. You will not be able to live in peace. Why? Because you have been on a complaining mode. Now, when you change it into a complimentary mode, what happens? When you compliment everything, your life might be most difficult situation in life. But just imagine, the moment you realize, you take one breath inside and one breath you leave outside. You're alive, but there are thousands of people who slept yesterday, wanted to wake up today morning and do so many things in life, but they didn't wake up. Do you know how many people are dying every day on the planet Earth? It's almost 140 to 150,000 people are dying every day. You are one among them, you should have died, but you are still alive. So don't you think that is the biggest gift for you to be here? And that too, with all the busy schedule here, almost 200 plus people are here on this platform. Don't you think it's another beautiful blessing that we are here to exchange this beautiful information about water? And I am very privileged and I am very happy that you are the one who has given me this opportunity for me to share this information and share this knowledge to you. So bless you. And I'm so happy that it's because of you I am able to do something. So the opportunity is, I feel gifted. I feel lovable at this time. I feel so graceful that, wow, an opportunity is there. I want to share. This is what I want to do. So now what you need to understand, especially when you give terahertz water, especially when you sell one device to your colleagues or friends, let them understand that it's not just drinking water alone can change a lot of things. Your mindset of how positive are you, the mindset of how empathetic are you, the mindset how lovable are you. Like this, we can go on stacking up all the good positive vibration, and then you understand that the water will do its job. So just a glass of terahertz water you're holding in your hand, and then you're feeling so lovable to the water, and you say, I love you to the water, maybe 9 times, and then you drink the water and say thanks to the person who gave the water, and say thanks to the person who introduced to get the device. So terahertz device is here. It's a terahertz light technology, and it's one of the world's first technology wherein we brought it down here in Malaysia. It is down here, and then we are able to drink this water. We are able to share this water with a lot of people. Now, what's so big deal about this water? The beauty of it is the frequency emitted by the device is 0.96. Make it be very clear. The 0.96 is the terahertz is the frequency they emitted from the device. The moment it exposes onto the water, what happens? Your water molecule frequency changes. Even though, just imagine a tap water. You just take a tap water and you're going to resonate. Tap water is around 100 plus frequency. The moment you resonate, it goes down to 7.6. So the smaller the molecule, the better for you. So the molecular structure of this water molecule is around 2 nanometers. Now, the smaller the molecule, the viscosity is minus. That means higher the viscosity. It's minus 680. So the more the viscosity, the more slippery is it. Just like your fully synthetic oil, which is high viscosity, wherein it is very slippery. So the engine's performance is much better. The engine cannot heat up because it's so smooth. It is able to easily function. The same way with the minus 680 of your viscosity, definitely there is a lot of goodness in it. So when you drink this water, there's a lot of benefit. Now, other than that, when you see the benefits of drinking this water, it's antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, anti-aging, anti-radiation. Now, there might be a question in you. Hey doc, I am drinking this water for so long and suddenly I get a flu, I get a sore throat. Yes. Why is that? Because it's not just the water alone is important for you. If you are going to a hospital and coming out, of course, the hospital has got a lot of organisms, right? How good is your immune system? How well you are handling your heavy metal poisoning inside your body? What are you doing? How is your lifestyle? All these play a very important role, because the water alone cannot keep you healthy all through your life. You need to have other factors also. You need to look into other factors also for you to understand that we are all on this planet Earth can be exposed to diseases. So if you are exposed, better check it out. In the 3 years, by the divine grace, with my divine guidance, what happened? I never fell sick. I never was exposed to have a COVID this past 3 years. Nothing. I've been healthy. Now, how is that? A lot of things I have been doing for mindset. I said, and of course, I'm drinking terrace water. My food habits is more of vegetarian food. Like this, if you look at, I have been very gifted that I have been able to handle. Recently, I traveled to India and I came there also. I was not using mask and all, but I was just traveling and then nothing happened. Now, why is that? Because if your body is healthy, you have to keep your body healthy. This is a very, very important responsibility you all have. You should keep your body healthy by different factors to be placed inside. Drinking water to be healthy is very important, isn't it? But especially when you're drinking the water, what are you thinking while you're drinking water? You're drinking the water and you're thinking something negative. What happens? The water molecule, even if you think, the vibration changes, goes into the water, and you're drinking the same water. It's like you are own poisoning yourself when you're drinking water. So very important. When you're drinking terrace water, make sure that your intentions are very clear. It's totally you are assisting your body by drinking the water to your kidneys, to your other organs, because 70% of your body is water. So you are drinking water to make your organs healthy. So just hold in your hand, send a lot of love vibration, send a lot of thank you vibration to your glass of water, and then you drink. It's hardly few seconds it will take. So this is what you need to do. But most of us, it's difficult, but most of us don't do that because we just put the water and drink it up. That's it. And then we think that everything will happen. But from today, start doing things which you have not done before and give the body the best of what you can do is positive mindset, positive vibration, lot of love vibration, lot of compassion you need to give to your body. And the water, whatever you're drinking, you need to give a lot of support in terms of empathetical, positive, positive words, positive notation. All these we need to do because it gives us a lot of benefit, and the body will take care of you. You don't have to do anything, it will take care of you. So what is the take home message is, you need to understand that you need to give good intentions to the water before you drink water. Practice empathy, practice a lot of compassion, practice a lot of love. Knowing, empathy is good, compassion is good, love is good, thank you is good, gratitude is good, it. But do you practice it? So knowing and being, this is where you need to understand. Being is different. So this is where there are a lot of things we can learn from the Westerners is they do use a lot of thank you. They use a lot of love. You will be just casually talking, they'll say love you. They will say thank you, thank you, thank you. And wishing and greeting with a lot of love and thank you is a very common factor. But with our Asian culture, with the moment we see our neighbor, we'll see up and down and say, these guys, what to wish for them. This is what we have been practicing. So I think we need to change, and we need to spread a lot of love within ourselves, within our family, within our neighbors, and to the society, and start moving forward. And today quote of the week is, your vibration plays a very important role because it determines your path of existence, how you live. If you're in a low vibration, you're always in trouble. You're always in a stressful mood. You're always don't know what is going to happen, always in the jittery mood. But for your existence, very important is your vibration plays a very important. It should be high. It should be always high. Now, this is where my research of around 17 years with 25,000 people, positive vibration, good vibration, very important. So what you need to know, you should know about the vibration. It plays a very important role. Many of the time I have noticed that people will say, I don't believe in this, doctor, the vibration. What is it? I don't believe in it. Fine, you don't believe it, it's fine. You still live on this planet Earth, you will die one day. By the time you realize that energy plays an important role, it's too late for you. Energy is important. Know it. Once you know it, should you optimize it? Should you increase it? You need to increase your vibration, because 80% of my research, I found that people are in the low frequency. Now, once you optimize it, what is the benefit? The moment you are in a high frequency, you will see that there are a lot of good things coming in your way, a lot of good things happening in you. Maybe you will get a promotion, you will get a higher pay scale. Maybe someone is supposed to give you money, they will come and give it to you back because your vibration is good. So like this, what happens is your vibration plays a very important role, and so you need to keep your vibration high. Now, being in good vibration also helps your water crystals inside your body to have a lot of empathy, a lot of compassion, a lot of love. Everything is automatically happening. Your vibration good, everything starts changing. So saying that, today I'm going to close down here with loads of blessing to every one of you, that until I see you next week, you all need to have a crystal formation inside every cell of your body. So start practicing a lot of love, give a lot of gratitude, send a lot of empathy, send a lot of goodwill to every person whom you meet from every day until the next week, and make yourself happy that yes, you have done something for your body, because most of us are living, but the body is doing its job. So here, thank you very much. And I give it back to you, Shirley. You can take it back. Thank you very much. And good night to every one of you.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Prabhu.